The world's shortest leadership course. Well, I'm on Module 6, which means maybe you're on Module 6. And Module 6 is really a pause for a moment to take a look at cognitive aids. And what you're going to find as you're going through this, maybe you've already noticed it, but there's a lot of cognitive aids, a lot of acronyms that are used as memory joggers or roadmaps to sort of help you deal with some of the issues that leaders face. And you will see that all the way through the entire program. So for me, it starts way back in the aviation days. I worked in air engine manufacturing. We made aircraft engines for a variety of different customers. And I took an interest in aviation then. And in my career, I flew to work in a lot of cases. So I was always flying. And don't get me wrong, I was in the back of the aircraft, not up front. So acronyms and the use of some of these tools have stuck with me over the years and have found their way into sort of leadership models and tools that I've used. So they are throughout this program. You're going to see a whole bunch of them. And the way I kind of look at all these things is they're kind of like, when I put out a model, it's kind of like a box. And you kind of throw stuff in that box. And you might use it right now. You might use everything in there. Or you might find that you're adding additional materials to the box. Maybe you put the box away and you don't use it for a period of time. So when you start to look at these models, yes, there's going to be a number of them. You don't have to remember them all or certainly work with them all. But just remember that you have a box that deals with a particular issue. And you can grab this at any time and go in and you'll find a roadmap to how to address that particular issue. Just to give you an example of where they came from. So I think back to my aviation days, one of the first ones that pops into my mind is a model called I'm Safe. And I'll put it in the materials down below here. I'll put a little poster. The I'm Safe model. And you might say, well, how does that apply to me? Well, the way it worked is it applied to pilots. So the idea is the pilot's safe to fly. Am I safe to fly the aircraft? So I'm Safe was an acronym and then a checklist and a training tool and so on. So I'm Safe basically stood for illness, medication, stress, alcohol, fatigue, and emotion. So the idea was I'm not ill, I'm not medicated, I'm not stressed, I haven't consumed alcohol, I'm not tired, and emotionally I'm not upset. I can make the flight without any harm or concern. So I'm safe before I fly. Now, if you think about that from a driving standpoint, apply it to driving. You could certainly do that. I'm driving tonight, let's say, as an example. Illness or medication, are they an issue? Is stress an issue, or alcohol or fatigue or emotion, or any of those things issues that could negatively impact my drive tonight? So it certainly could apply to driving, and over the years, it certainly has influenced the way that I drive. At the same time, when you think about, the workplace, does it apply in the workplace? Well, it's the same thing. You've got a sort of